I was 18 when it happened to me. Since it happened, I felt like it was a disease. My mother was raped in her lifetime, and so was my aunt and my grandma, and pretty much every woman in my family. So I felt like it was kind of this hereditary disease that kept going and wouldn't stop. It was my girlfriend's stepfather at the time. When it happened, we were having a sleepover and we were drinking. During that night, my girlfriend's stepfather found us like cuddling, and he got mad and tried to like intervene. It kind of felt like a dream when it happened because I was highly intoxicated after that night and I had to wake up and try to remember what happened. I went and I told my mom when she came home from work, and after that, she called the police. I didn't want it to happen, but she did. After the police was called, they came into my house and they tried to see if I had any bruises or anything, but I didn't. And so we went to the hospital for more tests, and then we went to CATS. And I was questioned throughout the whole time, so it was about a 8 to 10 hour process. They had the rape kit and all that stuff, and it was very uncomfortable. She talked to her stepfather about it, and her stepfather said that he didn't do anything to me, that he was just checking up on me because he thought I was sick. So there was more of like, am I lying or am I telling the truth? What's going on? I was in denial about what happened emotionally because I was I didn't want to lose that friend. I can tell that she was questioning whether or not it really happened. I don't I don't talk to her anymore. My rapist had fled to Guatemala 2 years ago, so the case kind of stopped at that. So that was kind of heartbreaking. I think during the whole process of the assault, um, I struggled with my sexual identity, not my orientation, but me as a sexual person. I don't know, like I always thought like I couldn't have sex anymore or even like masturbate anymore because of it. And after realizing that's not true, after going to therapy and kind of like um, reading books, I want to continue that healing process of getting rid of my idea of survivors as like a disease. I'm healing. I don't think I will ever be completely healed. I guess I'll be completely healed when the situation stops, when I can feel comfortable that my sisters or my brother or any of my family members or anyone in the future will not be affected by this. And I think that's when I will be completely healed. I see myself as a fighter and I see myself more human, and it doesn't define who I am. I feel like saying I survived, there's an ending to it, but I don't think there's ever going to be an ending. I feel like I will continue to fight and to try to help everyone who is in that situation become who they were before this happened, because it takes a part of you away. It affected what I do during my college career, because I was a biology major and I changed to art and peace studies with an emphasis in the feminist theory. I think before there wasn't really much meaning into my art, and it was kind of like a blank wall. and now there's more to it. For a class project, I decided to make a mixed media about a museum of naked people and sex, and it was kind of me saying I was assaulted once, but I'm still a sexual being, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's why I did that. I guess the theme of my art would be life, whether that's the beginning of life or the ending or the middle. Because I suffered from depression, and I still do, and anxiety, and so there's always been a moment where I want to end my life, especially after the assault. Instead of doing like trying to commit suicide, I think about painting and how I see everything as beautiful. And if I see everything as beautiful, then I myself should be beautiful too. I think of myself as free. I want to be me and I want to find out more about who I am and who I could be. I'm able to stand up for myself and others who I care about, and I'm not afraid to share any of my stories anymore that I think will help other people understand or help them cope or do anything that they need to do to help prevent more assaults from happening. I think I'm 100% an artist, and I think it's kind of cool because it never really stops, it keeps evolving. And because I keep changing, so does my art. I am my art, and my art is me.